Dominate like a boss.
I'm an animal when it comes to setting logs.
Whoa! It's kind of like a circus around here. Whoa! I'm gonna have to start cracking the whip here.
There's no point to life without domination.
Diana loves the mountains.
Hi.
They're such a fun family.
It'll be a great cabin.
That would be a fun ride.
Radical.
Radical.
I just can't wait to see their faces when they arrive.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Winter Wonderland.
In the mountains of northern Montana lives a family of master craftsmen. L.V. Miller and his wife Rebecca have 6 children. But this Amish family don't ride horse and buggy. They use cell phones
I gotta grab my technology.
and power tools.
Oops.
LV heads up one of the biggest cabin businesses in Montana.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
His team handcraft one-of-a-kind log homes, ship them to families across the country, and fit out their interiors, turning dreams into reality. It's spring in Montana, the peak of the log cabin building season.
Meadowlark Log Homes.
LV and Abby's team is in overdrive, preparing to build and fit out
Awesome.
more than 30 cabins this year.
I'm super stoked.
We've received a call from a couple in Colorado. They want a log house up in the mountains. It sounds exciting, sounds great. We're looking forward to meeting them.
Beautiful around here.
My name is Diana Jansen, and this is my husband, Espen Jansen, my souvenir from Norway. We have 3 kids. They're actually more adventurous than I am.
1 step forward, 3 steps back. My mom is the craziest out of all of us. Most mothers are like, oh, you want to have a mommy-daughter date? And they go out to get coffee, and my mom is like, you want to hike a 14er?
We want to be closer to all the things we love to do, the skiing, the ice climbing. Ice! I'd love to build a cabin on land that I've inherited. It just sounds romantic to be able to come home to Thanksgiving and have a wood stove and a cabin up in the mountains. For my cabin, I'd love to have a mudroom, a porch that overlooks the property, and a kitchen that is the central focal point of the cabin inside, and a total square footage of about 1,100 square feet.
It's just going to be an awesome experience to be up here and have a cabin instead of trying to camp out here.
It's going to be nice having a toilet.
It's going to be a little bit.
While LV and his team build the shells of the cabins for clients like Diana and Espen,
Perfect.
designer Abby fits out their interiors.
Hey, Elvie.
Oh, hi, Abby. Abby's bubbling and fun, but she's very creative. She's got a gift for the interior and making that thing really pop.
The mountains are pretty.
Yeah, those are awesome.
And I'm Abby. Nice to meet you.
I'm Espen.
Espen, what are you guys looking for in a home?
So we're downsizing. Right now we have a home that's 5 bedrooms, over 3,000 square feet,
Okay.
and it's too much maintenance for me.
I have one criteria. It needs to be over the top sturdy.
You're in the right place, you got that.
Every time I ask him his opinion, he's like, I don't care, I just want it sturdy.
Yeah, over the top
Everything. What kind of kitchen? I don't care, just sturdy.
Ken, why don't you tell us a little bit about your lot? How high elevation is this place?
It is 10,500 feet. This valley right here is where all the moose roam.
Wow.
The portion that's buildable is very steep.
Okay. Well, that's something we're used to.
LV has drawn up a design that will look great on Diana and Espen's mountainside lot. It will be a chalet-style house built over 2 stories. The main entrance will be from the road and will lead through a mudroom. into an open-plan kitchen and living space with a washroom off to the side. Double doors will open out onto a large porch that will provide spectacular views of the mountains. A log stairway will lead up to the loft area, which will be the master suite with separate doors to a walk-in closet and master bath. This open-plan space will overlook the main living area below. But Elvie and Abby will be racing the clock to build the family's mountainside dream home in time for Thanksgiving.
So where will the kids stay when they come and visit?
In the shed.
In the shed. That's where my parents make me stay.
They talked about it for a long time.
Yeah.
Last summer, we downed the trees ourselves to make room for the cabin.
We've been camping on it for a really long time, and it's exciting to have a cabin here now.
Really exciting.
The steepness of the lot could be a challenge. And up in the mountains, the weather can change really quickly. We're gonna have to really get moving on this project to be done by Thanksgiving.
In northern Montana, Elvie and his team are gearing up to build one of their most challenging log cabins to date.
Today we're starting to build Diana's home. My brother Joas will be the foreman here on the pad and in Colorado.
The wood that we use comes from a 100-mile radius, and it's special wood called lodgepole pine. And it grows thick together, and it competes for as much sun as possible. So they're long, straight logs with very thin bark, and they make really just beautiful house logs. And just for her home alone, we're using over 120 logs.
I think this is really great. Center area is all open beam cathedral ceiling, so you can see from the kitchen into the living room, dining room.
That's gonna be really nice with this mudroom coming off the side there. Let's get on it.
Let's do it.
Elvie and Joas have no time to lose if they are going to finish Diana's home in time for Thanksgiving.
We pre-assembled the entire log package here on the pad. The log walls, the joists, the stairway, the roof beams, the gables, porches. Then we take the whole structure apart and ship it down to Diana's lot. During pre-assembly, we're careful to handcraft each log precisely so when we get to the mountains in Colorado, everything fits and nothing's missing.
You need a spoon to cream the sugar and butter.
On the other side of the yard, Elvie's wife and daughters are preparing a treat for the build team.
This is an old favorite recipe of mine. Everybody usually likes them. We like taking cookies over to the guys at the pad because they're practically next door to us. I definitely learn a lot from my mom. I like being busy, so I probably get that from my dad. Got cookies!
Awesome. Wow. Healthy stuff, actually. It's always a great surprise when they bring cookies on the pad.
That's good, thanks.
They make them with all natural ingredients, so they're pretty tasty. And they're probably good for you. Well, I know they're good for me. One more. First lie.
We need to keep moving, get these logs prepared for loading on the trucks.
As soon as we get the whole houses up, we'll number everything and take it back down. We'll put them in big bundles, load them on the truck, and they're off to Diana's place.
With so many logs, Elvie has arranged 2 semis to ship Diana's home.
We've got Wild Man Joe as well as Rocky and his semi. These guys know how to deliver a log home.
This bundle here, if it was moved back, then they'd have room to push them up.
This is where it gets a little hairy. Oh, there he goes. Last one to go. It's really important to make sure her home is just how she ordered it.
It's 1,100 miles from Elvie's yard to Diana's lot. Joe and Rocky will head south through Wyoming and down into Colorado. It should be a 2-day drive. But with a snowstorm blowing in, the roads are quickly becoming dangerous.
Got a little bit of weather now all of a sudden, a little snow. So it's gonna make the roads a little bit fun. Gonna go ice skating. It'll probably freak us out a little bit, but it does get slick. It's gonna be a bugger. Look at the road, it's pretty slick out there. that we're spinning right now, so it'll be a fun journey.
With the logs in transit, Diana is visiting Abby's design studio in Bozeman, Montana.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Abby.
How are you? Good to see you.
When it comes to interior design, I am clueless. People always come into my home and then just move things around. I know what I like, but I don't know how to get there.
Well, let's go look at your project. Okay. Come on back.
Abby has prepared some design plans for the interiors of the cabin. There is a lot to fit into Diana's home, so Abby has focused on space planning. She wants to put a mobile island in the kitchen to open up the front of the house for a dining area overlooking the porch deck. This will leave enough space for a desk and shelving unit, as well as a sofa and coffee table to create a living room area. From here, the family will be able to enjoy the stunning views of the mountains and the warmth from a wood stove. Abby wants to commission a one-of-a-kind piece for storing logs and mounting the TV to maximize the space in the corner. Upstairs, in the master suite, there will be plenty of space for a king bed with nightstands, as well as a chair and floor lamp. This will still leave room for 2 big dressers for all of Diana's outdoor clothing.
Tell me, what elements do you like in furniture?
I like wood, metal, natural elements.
Yeah, I love that.
And I like clean lines.
Cool. Let's check out this table right here. This is a walnut top. So it's the contrast to adding the metal with the wood. That's what you're drawn to.
There's a lot of pieces that reflect what I like, and there's a lot of pieces that are very bizarre. I'll just leave interior designing to Abby.
Road conditions are poor right now. That storm we had in Libby just went ahead of us, and now we're driving over ice. So far, we've spun out, just our tires losing grip maybe, I don't know, half a dozen times, I suppose. What do we got up there? A plow right ahead of us, or what?
We got a plow, but we got a freaking car. He can't make up his mind if he's too scared to go around or what the hell he's doing.
On a hill, on ice, slowing way down, way too fast. This is what you call a dangerous situation. This stuff here, you hit the brake too hard, you'll end up right in a ditch. If you're going 70 miles an hour and you hit something, you're like a bomb. I mean, you'll just explode.
We got a crash happened on the westbound.
Truck spun out. That's how bad it's getting. It can happen at any time. These roads are not to be messed with.
With Diana's logs on their way to her mountainside property in Colorado, Elvie is doing some last-minute jobs around the yard.
Okay, let's go. I wonder how many eggs they have today. Probably a whole bunch. My wife, Rebecca, and I have 6 beautiful children. Before I head off to Colorado, I'm going to gather the eggs with my 2 little girls. Lots of green eggs. Ah, they're going to be tasty for breakfast.
My dad, he's very funny. He says funny stories and draws funny pictures.
Okay, you want to carry the eggs? Careful, don't drop them. Okay, let's go in. We better be heading off to Colorado. Good job, didn't drop a single egg. Yum, yum. Here we go to Colorado. Goodbye, everybody. Diana, here we come. Joe and Rocky should be almost there with the logs.
This is the plot where the house is going to be, right here. My property goes beyond these trees to the next set of trees down there. I don't know why people want to live on a beach. There's nothing to do but lay around on a beach.
Hi, Diana. How are you doing?
Good.
This is an amazing spot.
Thank you.
And it's around, what, 10,000 feet here, right?
So the mountains up there are about 13,000 feet.
Wow.
We're at 10,600. It's my winter wonderland.
It is amazing. It's beautiful.
Elvie's team faces a challenge to squeeze Diana's home in between the mountainside woodland. The views should be stunning, but getting the logs onto the site won't be easy.
The road leading up to Diana's lot is too narrow for Joe and Rocky's semis. We're going to have to unload all the logs in town and transport them up to her lot on a smaller trailer.
So this is what happens when job sites are too small or they don't have the right equipment. We got to come back into town, use the parking lot of the gas station, the lumber yard, get unloaded like this.
Can you take a picture of me with my camera so I can send it to my husband?
Sure.
So he can believe me. He likes sturdy. He's certainly gonna get it. Nice big thick log on my little tiny cabin.
With the logs delivered, a crane arrives to help Elvie's crew assemble the home. They want to set all the logs within the next 48 hours.
At 10,600 feet, the number one hurdle is weather. Some snow or cold wind would be really miserable.
See if this little beast will start here. Our generators and still like high altitude. There we go. We're excited to get this thing on the road. We're gonna take our tools down right away. We're gonna start laying logs.
The first log course is critical. There's a line snapped on the log that they line up with the foundation and get it all squared.
Burn me 2 inches. Okay, right on. That's perfect.
So it's important to have that right so the rest of the house goes up following the first course.
Sweet. We should certainly bring this corner over a little bit.
The team is my brother Joas.
Go.
He's a leader on this job. And Chris is our right-hand man.
We got the power.
And there's Jerry.
Yeah, it is bouncing.
Philip, my brother-in-law.
Okay, now let's double check our measurement going across here.
I'm an animal when it comes to setting logs. I hope this isn't bragging, but I'd probably smoke these guys. If we had a competition, I'd beat them.
I challenge that. When I was younger, we'd wrestle. He'd always win. But now that I'm older, he's a little bit over his prime.
Yeah, that makes me puff.
We'd have to race sometime.
The owners are always excited to see the logs going up. It's a big deal for them.
Wow, amazing.
Happy customer, happy life for me.
I'm Joas, nice to meet you.
You're Joas?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Joash, I felt like I needed to make him a really large meal and get some meat on his bones. How can he move these big logs and be so slender? But I guess it's hard work. Keeps him in shape.
If you don't, that's fine.
What do you think? These logs are not tiny, huh?
The bigger the better.
Yeah.
I like
The bigger the better.
I can tell by the size of the logs that my square footage is going to be smaller than what the footprint looks like. But I always wanted a cozy log cabin high up in the Rocky Mountains for all my winter fun, so excited.
So how late will these guys work?
Yeah, if they're away from home working, they just get it done. When the sun hits the horizon, they probably stop.
It's difficult for myself and the guys to be away from the family for lengths of time.
I prefer having married guys on the job sites away from home because it gets done quicker because they want to get home to their wives.
This will be my home for a little while. I do miss Rebecca and the children.
In Colorado, Diana is staying at her lot to keep an eye on the assembly of her dream log home.
I'm sleeping in the car to save some money. It's been quite nice. I get to watch the sunrise every morning. The first night I was here, it was 0 degrees. It was very cold getting out. Now it's balmy. It's getting up at 25 degrees now. This is my refrigerator. If I have to put this cooler outside, it has the ability to lock with padlocks so the bears don't get in it. I always have to sleep with lots of clothes on because what if a bear was attacking the car? I could just run out. When I get up, I make myself a cup of coffee. Who can think without it? Cheers.
Today is another big day on site. It's our second day with the crane, and we're hoping to get the second floor and the roof installed before nightfall.
My Stetson's so much warmer, but we have to wear helmets on site.
Where we're working is over 10,000 feet, and where we live is just over 2,000 feet. There's just not the oxygen that we're used to. You just have to, dig in and try to drink a lot of fluids and overcome it.
It's like every little thing you did, it made you tired. It's crazy.
Hey Joe, what's going on with this doorway over here? See, if you look at this, this will have to shift over. This log's got to shift that way.
Okay, now go up and take these screws out right here.
Never put screws until the pins are in, ever.
Well, we tried pounding them in and they wouldn't go in, so we just screwed it.
Not a good plan.
We can now start jacking.
Oh, it's always fun to have Elvie around. Of course, he has different ideas.
Oh! Look out, there goes a post.
I do things a little bit differently on some of those things, but it works out. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
It's kind of like a circus around here. It's getting funnier by the minute. Let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna have to start cracking the whip here.
Yeah, make sure you don't overexert yourself on the ladder there.
I'm holding this ladder down. It's not pushing anything. I see nothing happening.
Okay, what's happening?
I mean, what in the world is going on?
Oh, hang on, I see maybe one more screw. Appreciate your good eyes for spotting this, Jerry, when you're up here.
If we could get better help around here, we'd be in good shape.
We get an eye program to get these people's eyes checked out before they go on the job.
A little better IQ, it wouldn't hurt anything at all. High school education at least, minimum.
Looks good.
Dominate like a boss. Whoa!
When you pick a big beam in the mountains of Colorado, it can be a bit of a challenge. Down, 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 down.
Whoa.
Hey, hang on. Are you tight?
Yeah, there you go.
It weighs well over 2,000 pounds. If the wind picks up or they start swinging around, you don't want to mess with it.
That is a big beam.
So the one post goes here, and then the second post will go here, and the bottom of the posts have settling jacks. It takes about 2 years. You have to lower these posts down a little bit. It'll come down about 2 inches, about this far.
It's gonna be cozy. Wow.
So it's Amish tradition that the homeowner has to ride up the last log. They have to sit right in the middle of the log, and out on the ground, they have to swing all the way up on top, and then they have to figure out how to get off after that.
I'm all for it. That would be a fun ride. Nice.
There it goes.
It fits.
It's in there. All done, boys. Good job.
It was pretty cool. I can walk through it now and start envisioning where I might put my furniture. It's very exciting.
Back in Montana, Abby is visiting a local craftsman to create a custom TV stand and storage unit for Diana's living room.
Today we're here at Pete's shop. He's a good friend of mine. Focuses on metal and wood. I think it'll be fun to bring some industrial, more clean line elements to Diana's cabin.
Hey Abby.
Hi. I can't wait to see what he comes up with.
So here's the model. We just did some small detailing. Had a nice little piece of steel tube that'll just pop out the side and be a nice subtle detail.
Cool, let's do it. What I'm stoked about is I know they'll totally kill it on the aesthetic.
Here, this is our reclaimed barnwood. I love raw materials and letting materials speak for themselves. God is definitely in the details.
Okay, can I try one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So here's how you do this. You hold it here and make sure you push down here so it's flat. You want to be sure that it's planar. Pull the trigger. And pull it. And it's easy as that.
Awesome. If design doesn't work out, machinery is my next gig.
So these are the shelves that will sit inside the wood console.
Okay.
And then we have the perforation that goes down the edge and we can easily bend it and it makes a nice little detail along that seam. You just fold it over.
Radical.
Radical. Here's our first piece.
For our cabinet. Cool, awesome.
It looks like we set that last log just in time. The weather is turning and it's going to make our lives a lot harder.
Here comes a snowstorm. Welcome to winter wonderland in Colorado.
In Colorado, the weather is wreaking havoc with Elvie's crew, who are building Diana's mountainside log home.
We've been making great progress on Diana's cabin, but right now a snowstorm has blown in.
Yeah, everything just takes long when the weather turns like this. We're starting to put these tongue and groove boards on the roof. Board! The temperature is probably about 28 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and with the moisture coming down, your fingers get cold. We've got harnesses on to be safe, but these boards, all it takes is a little bit of snow, and it's just slippery as could be. And you don't want to fall off this roof. It's a long ways down to the ground. Got a late start with the snow, but we got all the tongue and groove pine boards on in one afternoon. It's all the day of a log cabin home builder.
We've been making good progress in Diana and Espen's cabin. Then the weather hit us, which threw us back. We've got to get a move on so we can get this done for Diana to move in before Thanksgiving.
Domination.
Jerry's the funny guy on our crew.
We go full boss mode when we start working. What I try to do always is dominate. I'm dominating it, kind of breaks things up and makes everybody laugh a little bit.
He just has a way of coming up with words. Not only does he come up with them, but he has this weird way of making them almost infectious.
It's definitely a blessing when you can get up in the morning and you look forward to going out and just dominating the day. Seems like the word dominate has really been spread abroad.
Even crews he wasn't working on are saying dominates.
We use it a lot. We probably overuse it. Guess it's because it's a sweet word. There's no point to life without domination.
These boys work really hard, so we're gonna take a little break.
You can hear it, it's an octave higher than this one.
We found this old banjo here in town. It's got a string missing. We'll see if we can get this thing to play. I mean, this is more important than building a log house. Got time to breathe, got time for music.
That's right.
Between the construction crew, we'll get this figured out.
We were all hunkered down around the banjo trying to do some redneck stuff on it.
One way or another, this thing's gonna happen. We're losing it.
Oh!
And so we kept trying to make it work. Ouch. And it would just keep breaking.
Oh.
We just have to tie it better here.
It was pretty intense.
That was the fourth time we gave up. Oh, Jerry's the boss of banjo. He can handle it, whatever it throws at him.
Take it away there, four-string master.
While the boys continue work on the roof, Diana is visiting a local carpenter who is designing her kitchen.
The kitchen is a very important part of the house for me because I love to cook. I'm very excited to work with Todd. I'm going to pick out the doors that I want.
Little door anatomy for you. The horizontal pieces are rails, then the verticals are stiles. This is a panel, so you have stiles and rails and panel.
Okay, I think that's good.
Okay.
It's very rustic, it's beautiful.
When I get the lumber, it comes in rough like this. Some of it has more blue than others. This blue stain is a fungus. It's not the beetles that kill the tree, it's the fungus. And then the fungus gives it the color.
I like this blue color, but I don't like it to dominate.
So maybe the bluer pieces I'll put in the panels and the less bluer pieces I'll put on the stiles and rails.
Okay. That's an awesome machine.
So that can be used as a stile or rail.
I like that. Very fast, very cool. I love your shop.
I kind of like it too.
The weather has improved, so now the boys are finishing off the roof. So Diana said she had a cabin that she and her son Alex built, a little shed. So I'm going to check it out. It's a beautiful spot down here. This looks a little bit like the first cabin my brothers made, with the round logs like that. What happens if you don't take the bark off? They rot.
it kind of traps water and things. Yeah, they'll probably last 10 or 15 years and they'll probably fall over.
Yeah. Everything that's poorly done was me just trying to close it in before winter.
Your shed makes our product look really good.
That is why we hired you, huh?
I hope so, yeah.
Yep, which reminds me, I'm really concerned about the position of the porch. I think we need to move it. When the snow plows come along, it's going to bury the mudroom porch, so I think we need to move it to the side. I hope this is not going to set the team back by too much because I really want this cabin done by Thanksgiving.
In Colorado, Diana has thrown a wrench in the works by asking Elvie to move her mudroom porch.
I really believe that the entrance will be buried if we have it where it's at now.
With the hillside that she has on the property, it's a major change to get that entryway to a different side of the house.
The original plan was to build the mudroom porch facing the road. But with such a steep slope, Diana is worried it will get buried in the snow in winter. So Elvie's crew must move the porch to the side of the house. This will allow Diana to park in the driveway, walk straight through the mudroom, and into the open-plan kitchen and living area.
As you walk down the hill, your eye will go to the sunburst entry, so it's a nice feature.
With all the logs pre-cut in Montana, this change is a major setback. So Elvie's team will be racing the clock to get it finished by Thanksgiving.
That's a sharp saw.
Today, my children are bringing the windows.
I'm so excited about the cabin because we can go skiing. We're thinking about getting ATVs and snowmobiles. It's perfect.
My son Alex is digging us some steps so we don't fall down when we're carrying the windows to the cabin.
The windows Diana selected are actually a very good quality window.
Here you go, children. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I had big children.
They call them clad windows. That means they're wood on the inside, vinyl on the outside. So you've got the best of both worlds.
Oh, nice stairways you did, Alex.
Oh my gosh, this is so awesome.
I know, isn't it awesome?
Each stage of installing a window takes skill. So Elvie says he's the animal of cutting out a window. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Would you rather have an animal cutting out your windows, or would you rather have a skilled professional carpenter cutting out your windows? I think cuts like butter. First thing we do is we measure the window. Second thing is we get a level, make sure that we have really straight lines along the edge of the window, so when we cut it out, it's as square as possible. You got one shot at it. And then we cut 45-degree bevel on the outside, and that's just kind of to give it a nice trim look. Jerry, you want to sand this?
Yeah.
We have to put a window buck all the way around the window. And then we'll insulate over the top of the windows. It's completely tight. No air at all can get through there. We just trimmed out the entire inside of the window so it looks tasteful, goes with the style that we have here. All right, woo!
With the windows in, it's down to Abby to fit out the interior.
I hope she's gonna get it finished by Thanksgiving, we'll see.
Today we arrived in Fairplay, Colorado. It's beautiful. The leaves are changing and the weather is incredible. And Elvie has knocked it out of the park again. The house is beautiful. So we're really excited to get going. We're incorporating a van load full of her personal items. I think it's always nice to have personal items so when they walk in they feel like they're at home.
A lot of work bringing this stuff in at 2 miles high. It makes me breathless. Nice big mattress.
There's a lot of different areas that we're trying to implement into one space. I really just don't want to overfill it with too much furniture. We're gonna stack it right in here.
All right, you hand it to me, I'll put it in there.
Okay, cool. I love the TV stand. I think it turned out great. Look how cozy it's gonna be to watch TV in here.
I love it. The logs, the steel, it's all heavy.
The TV is dark and the console is dark. It doesn't stick out that you have a TV in the room. It just kind of blends together. Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm gonna relax here.
I have an idea. Come here, let's go check this out. When I was upstairs, I looked out the window and I saw a perfect piece of wood that I thought would be incredible for a bench.
That's a piece that came out of the wall when they were cutting the doors and windows out.
Oh, it's perfect.
This is a little flatter. I need to put the legs on here.
Cool, let's do it.
I enjoy working with Abby on the interior design. Abby's got the brains, I got the brawn.
Oh, look how nice that is.
I need to screw it, and that's it.
I love that we found everything on the property.
Yeah.
Let's do it. In 10 minutes, you can have a bench.
Another one right here.
I feel like I'm snowboarding.
We're done. Bench is done.
Nice, Elvie. Dang, you give a firm high five there.
I must have a tougher hand, huh? Look at that.
It's all that cabin building you do.
I guess. Abby's done a great job of finishing up the cabin, the interior. And now I can't wait to see the reaction of Diana and her family. Right now, Diana and her family are on the way here to see the cabin for the first time.
I can't wait to see the cabin. It's gonna be so great. Yeah.
That's gonna be so cool to see what Abby has done.
Yeah.
Because I have no design taste.
So true.
I just can't wait to see their faces when they arrive.
The only thing I'll be looking for is whether or not it's over the top sturdy.
There it is.
Wow, check it out.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's looking good.
Hi, what do you think?
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Come on down, let's check out the inside.
Absolutely, I can't wait.
Oh my gosh, this looks so awesome.
This is gorgeous.
It looks really good.
These cabinets are amazing.
Isn't that blue pine nice?
I wanted the kitchen to be the focal point, and I really think it is.
It is.
Goes from the kitchen all the way out to the property. I love it.
You create your little office space. I know it's one large room, but there are special places to do different things.
Yep.
And what I love about this is if you're working on your laptop, you can still look out the windows.
I love how open it is.
It's open, but then we also have defined spaces.
Very cool.
I love how we can fit your mother's table in here. Look at all this space, so you can
expand it.
Yeah.
That was my worry.
You know what I like about this space here? As you move out from underneath the kitchen, you look up, you got this high ceiling.
Yeah.
And so you have this real airy feeling here.
So let's go check out your bedroom.
I like these log stairs, yeah. Oh, wow, check that out.
Oh my gosh. This is beautiful.
Look, our first bed, 22 years of marriage. We finally have a frame. We've never had one before.
This is really nice. I like it.
The upholstered headboard would be great because when Espen brings me coffee in the morning, I can sit up and have my coffee.
So sweet.
I try.
Yeah.
Not every morning, but almost.
How do you think your dresser looks?
This looks like it finally found its home. It always looked like a stepchild in all the houses I lived in, but I think it's meant for a log home. Now it looks really nice.
So I just love the mix of the old and the new. All the different woods read so nice.
They do.
The
It looks so
lodgepole.
good together, yeah.
Let's go check out the bathroom.
Okay.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Geez, look at the.
Oh, I like the way the tile turned out.
Nice.
Looks amazing.
Love it.
I love it.
It's so awesome.
His and her sinks.
Yeah. So which one of these is mine?
The one on the right.
So I can get a really close shave, and I can cut my nose hair really close.
That's beautiful. I love
And I
that
really
thing.
like the top. I think this is an absolutely perfect bathroom.
So why don't you guys come out and check out the porch?
Look at the views. Very cool.
It's spectacular. It just drops down, and it's like you're living in a treehouse.
It's beautiful. River area down there is where the moose stroll around. You can have a cup of coffee and watch the moose stroll by.
I'd love to hang out my hammock out here and just hang out for a while.
And we got logs to hang them on.
Yeah, we got logs on logs.
We made a bench for you. The top of the bench we found in your yard.
I was thinking about turning that piece into a bench.
No, you're not serious.
I was saving it all this time, so I'm really glad you did it for me.
That's so funny.
I think the cabin is absolutely amazing. I love how open the loft is. I love the way that Abby decorated everything. It's just perfect for our family.
Get all cozy.
Snuggles.
So this is the piece that we had Pete build for you.
How do you like that?
For me, over the top sturdy is kind of the theme for this cabin, and that is over the top sturdy.
I've always dreamt of a log cabin in the woods, in the Rocky Mountains. This is my dream home.
This place is great. There's not too much bedroom space though, so when they're out of town, bet your bottom dollar I'll be here.
Looking forward to Thanksgiving meal because I'm so thankful for everything that we got going on here for us. This cabin has our family written all over it.
This is going to be a good year.
I think my parents are going to be really happy here, especially my mom.
This year I am so thankful. I was blessed with getting my dream home finally. So exciting.
Really excited and thankful for the fact that it's exactly what I wanted, an over-the-top sturdy cabin.
It's been a lifelong dream of Diana's for a log house, and here it is. It's her dream home.